Hi guys. It is me again, your English hero, Sir Paul. Today we are going to talk about idioms. I will show you guys some of the most commonly used idioms and their origins. First, let us define first what an idiom is. An idiom is a phrase that is common to a certain population. It is typically figurative and usually is not understandable based solely on the words within the phrase. A prior understanding of its usage is usually necessary. Idioms are crucial to the progression of language. They function in a manner that in many cases, literal meanings cannot. We use them every day, sometimes without even realizing that what we're saying is nonsensical without the implied and widely accepted meaning behind it. Many linguists have dedicated themselves to finding the origins of these idioms, 7 of which are featured on this list. First on our list is the idiom, turn a blind eye. Turn a blind eye simply means to refuse to acknowledge a known truth. For example, I'll turn a blind eye once, but next time you'll be in trouble. While many proposed origins of this phrase are disputed, it is commonly accepted that turning a blind eye comes from a comment made by British Admiral Horatio Nelson. In 1801 he led the attack alongside Admiral Sir Hyde Parker in the Battle of Copenhagen. Nelson was blind in one eye. Parker communicated to Nelson at one point, via flags, that he needed to retreat and disengage. Nelson, however, was convinced that he could prevail if they pushed onward. Nelson then, holding the telescope to his blind eye, pretended not to see the signal, making a sly comment to a fellow officer about reserving the right to use his blind eye every now and again. Second on our list is the idiom, feeling under the weather. Feeling under the weather simply means to feel ill. For example, my son was sick yesterday, and now I'm feeling a bit under the weather. This idiom is believed to be nautical in nature. When a sailor was feeling ill, he would go beneath the bow, which is the front part of the boat. This would hopefully protect him from adverse conditions, as he was literally under the bad weather that could further sicken him. Therefore, a sailor who was sick could be described as being under the weather. Third on our list is the idiom, beat around the bush. Beat around the bush simply means to circle the point, to avoid the point. For example, stop beating around the bush and tell me what really happened. This common phrase is thought to have originated in response to game hunting in Britain. While hunting birds, participants would beat bushes in order to draw out the birds. Therefore, they were beating around the bush before getting to the main point of the hunt, actually capturing the birds. Fourth on our list is the idiom, spill the beans. Spill the beans simply means to leak a secret. For example, stop being so coy. Just spill the beans. This one's a bit tricky, as there is no clear-cut answer. The consensus is, however, that this is most likely derived from an ancient Greek voting process, which involved beans. People would vote by placing one of two colored beans in a vase, white typically meaning yes and black or brown meaning no. This meant that should someone spill the beans, the secret results of the election would be revealed before intended. Hence, spilling the beans is related to revealing secret information. Fifth on our list is the idiom, cost an arm and a leg. Cost an arm and a leg simply means extremely expensive. For example, clothes don't always have to cost an arm and a leg. The story goes that this phrase originated from 18th century paintings, as famous people like George Washington would have their portraits done without certain limbs showing. Having limbs showing is said to have cost more. Sixth on our list is the idiom, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon simply means very rarely. For example, he comes around once in a blue moon. Blue moon is a real astronomical phenomenon, referring to the second full moon in the same month. It's a rare occurrence, usually just once every 2.7 years, which is how the phrase came to be. Usually, a blue moon just looks gray or white like any other full moon, but on even rarer occasions, the moon actually does seem to change color. During volcanic eruptions or forest fires, the oils in smoke can make the moon appear blue, according to NASA. The last couple of idioms on our list will be a set of 3 idioms. This is very interesting and you will be very surprised. Graveyard shift, dead ringer, and saved by the bell. Has someone ever informed you that they are working the graveyard shift? Perhaps you have also heard someone refer to a person as a dead ringer? What about when you hear someone say, "Ah, saved by the bell"? What do these phrases have in common? These phrases have a very creepy origin, indeed. For this, too, we go back to England. If you look at a map, you'll see that England is rather small. Therefore, they started running out of places to bury people. What they did in order to solve this problem was to dig up the existing coffins out of the ground and take the bones to a bone house. They would then reuse the grave. Sounds like a simple enough solution. However, this practice turned up a very eerie and creepy discovery. An average of about 1 in 25 coffins that were dug up to be reused were found with horrific scratch marks on the inside, indicating that somehow people were being buried alive. There are a lot of idioms and words out there that have interesting meanings and origins. The next time you hear an interesting term or phrase, do some research and find out where it came from. You may be surprised what you find out. This your English hero, Sir Paul, and I will see you on the next episode.